I wish that I would have understood this concept when my health crashed years ago. And that is, and you might disagree, and that's okay, light is more important than food when it comes to healing. Did I say that food is not important? No, I did not. But your body runs and is set with light, with light. I didn't understand that concept. And I kept trying to eat perfectly because I just knew if I ate perfectly, I would deserve health. Well, there's a couple broken concepts there. First of all, health is not about deserving. It's not because you did something perfectly, and then because you did it perfectly, the health guru comes in, and all of a sudden from some place, you're granted health. It's not how it works. Light increases health. You can have more variance on the food that you eat if you will focus on light. When we have enough light, our circadian rhythm is set. I want to share with you a study that is mind-boggling and such a thorough 8-year study. It was done in the UK, was done with 85,000 people. 85,000 people over 8 years. So this is not just 10 people. Sometimes a study will be 5 people. 85,000 people over 8 years were given light sensors to wear, and then they tracked them. And here's what they found. And I wrote these statistics down so I wouldn't mess them up. They changed nothing. They didn't try to be healthy because they had their light sensors on. They just went about their lives living how they were living. It did not matter their age, their weight, or their diet. Light determined the rate of type 2 diabetes. Light. There was a 67% increase of type 2 diabetes that was not because of their weight, it was not because of their food, and it was not because of their diet. It was a lack of light. Does that blow your mind like it blows my mind? Light. And light is the key to healing. And the beautiful thing is, I'm going to share with you some resources of what I use for optimal light throughout my day. Remember though, you do not need to buy any of these. We all have access to the OG of beneficial light, and it's the sun. The sun. And when it comes up in the morning and when it goes down in the evening are the two most, in my opinion, important parts of sunlight. There are different color spectrums in the morning as the sun comes up and in the evening as the sun goes down. And think of the ocean. It's driven by light. The waves are driven by when the sun rises and when the sun goes down. And that's what controls those waves. Well, and the waves are water. We have water in our body. We are made up of water. When the light comes up, it changes the water flow in your body and at the cellular level. So the light comes up and you create a wave, the light goes out and it gets ready to create a wave again. And that creates circadian rhythm. Blue light is the junkiest light of all. Blue light can change your circadian rhythm by an hour and 20 minutes, which means you won't be producing the melatonin that eats up the rust in your body. So we hear of antioxidants. So we know if a car rusts, it was oxidized, right? So take that same picture of rust in our body, in our brain. And when we get oxidants, they're pinging around, creating havoc in our body. Well, light increases melatonin. Melatonin is what calms down and is an antioxidant. So it cleans up the chaos in your body. It absolutely cleans it up. Now, the body, your body, my body, converts serotonin into melatonin, right? We need that conversion happening. It's the most powerful piece of healing. You have to create systems to collect it, though. And sometimes we just want to take a pill. It's easy. Like, oh, take the pill. I'll feel better. Now, there are supplements I have that are whole food supplements that are game changing. There are supplements that I have that are a more synthetic version that have also boosted my health. Nothing is as powerful as light. And if you want that conversion so that your brain is getting cleaned up and powered by melatonin, there's an enzyme to convert the serotonin to the melatonin. And guess what it is? Magnesium. That enzyme that converts your serotonin to melatonin must have magnesium to start that process. Do you see how optimal healing comes down to magnesium levels? You're not getting the benefit of your melatonin if you don't have magnesium levels. Now, there are a couple things that people have given me their very strong opinions about what they do not like about me. And that's fair. I get online and I open myself up to more of everything, more of beautiful support and kind comments, which the majority of people are that. And I also open myself up for more negativity. I get more comments about the glasses that I wear and that people do not like them. They do not like them. The reason that I wear these glasses, one of them, is because it protects my body from the blue light. Blue light is coming from street lights, from phones, and from computers. And right now, I'm sitting in front of a laptop, two big screens, a webcam, an iPad, and an iPhone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am sitting in front of 6 devices that are pelting me with blue light. And so whether people like my glasses or not, I will never get on without a protection of blue light. Now, there are studies that say blue light helps, that protecting yourself from blue light helps with glasses. And there are studies that say it doesn't do anything. I did my own personal study, my one person study for me. My headaches increase if I do not wear blue light glasses during the day. I get more tension headaches. I don't like tension headaches. So I will always wear these. Now I want to talk about another pair of glasses. And I lent mine to a daughter. I have tried over 30 pairs of glasses that block junk light, blue light, green light. Now, blue is more detrimental than green. And so I wear typically a pair of glasses about an hour before I go to bed to cut the junk light. I lent them to a daughter to try to see if it helped her with a couple things that she's focused on. So I don't visually have them here. Shelly has put the link. They are called True Dark. They are pricier than some knockoffs that are out there. I've tried the knockoffs. They're not as good as the True Dark. My philosophy is buy it once, buy it right. And the True Dark, in my opinion, are the best glasses to block the junk light. Now, I have to be careful when I put them on. I have a little nighttime routine that I do. I like waking up to a clean, sparkly kitchen. It just starts my day off fresh. I do not do dishes with my True Dark glasses on because you can't see everything. It there You'll realize when you put those on how much junk light there is, and it will block the colors on the spectrum so you can't see it. And so I have to really have my evening routine done before I put those on. My sleep quality is so improved. And the True Dark glasses help my pineal because you need to have magnesium to activate the conversion of serotonin to melatonin, which then magnesium activates the pineal gland to spread that through your body. Your brain needs a cleanup of all the oxidants that have happened. Melatonin is the most powerful antioxidant. You produce more melatonin when you're outside collecting light. Now, food is important. It is not as important as light. If you said to me, Kristen, you can only focus on one thing, light or food, I would focus on light, making sure that my magnesium levels were up and I was collecting light in the morning, in the middle of the day, at the end of the day. Collecting light is what heals your body. Now, food plays a role. I don't mean to discount food, but face it, how many times have you started to eat so that you deserve that health? I'm going to eat this way so that I can be healthy. Health is not about deserving. Health is about giving your body light. And when you have light, your inflammation goes down. Your cortisol that's causing havoc in your body because you've got too much is soothed. It's a powerful shift. Light. And this is the season for light. That's why August, personally, I think pretty much everyone should do the 30-day challenge in August. You will get more impact out of your soaking because we tend to be outside more. It's why people who garden feel better. I garden, I'm in my flowers every morning. It's my favorite time of the day. And I can feel a difference when I miss it, when I don't get out in that early morning. You have to create the space and time. Healthy women are creative women, and they create the space and time for optimal health. The other thing it does, we've talked a lot about nervous system regulation. And I do a little bounce in the morning. I just bounce for 2 minutes, and I just everywhere. It's the craziest looking thing that I do. Bounce, 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 bounce when I'm standing up. And that's to regulate my nervous system. So I'm starting my day with a calm nervous system. And sometimes some tears will come, and I don't really know why I'm crying. It's just my body releasing those emotions as I bounce. So be prepared. That bouncing is healing. And regulating our nervous system is important because when we have enough magnesium, our body regulates our GABA receptors. GABA calms racing thoughts. GABA is the pre-sleep. It helps you relax before you go to sleep. It's dependent on magnesium. Optimal sleep is everything when it comes to health. And it's so easy. Oh my gosh. It is so easy to hop on our phones right as we wake up, to hop on our phones right as we're going to sleep. You're shattering your circadian rhythm. You're changing your melatonin levels. You're increasing inflammation. You're increasing the oxidant negativity in your body. You're walking away from melatonin protecting your brain. You're increasing your risk of type 2 diabetes, no matter your age, no matter your weight, no matter the food you eat. Light, light, light is so important. Okay, there are, oh, Colleen says, I was on my walking up the hill just as the sun popped up over the mountain. It sets your whole day. It sets the wave in your cell. The stronger the wave, the healthier you are. Setting that circadian rhythm, the magnesium morning trifecta. Shelley, could you pop up? We didn't talk about this before. Could you find that blog post that I did on the magnesium morning trifecta? I think we have a blog post on that, and pop that up so people can learn a little bit more about that. Walking improves insulin sensitivity. Light improves insulin sensitivity. Melatonin needs magnesium to convert serotonin to melatonin to protect your body throughout the day. It's powerful. 3 things create synergy: walking, light, soaking in magnesium. Oh, thank you, Shelley. Shelley just posted a link to the magnesium morning trifecta. And if you've ever beat yourself up or thought, oh, I'm going to start eating healthy on Monday, can we let that go? Would you be willing just to try that, to let it go? Just stop the fight with food. Stop the fight with food. Don't be so worried and caught up with food. One time I was with a group of women that I worked with for a long time, for years. And I think it was a Snickers bar that I ate in front of them. And collectively, their stress levels went through the roof. I can still be healthy and eat a Snickers bar. Now, depending on where you're at, it could make more of an impact. In the beginning, I had very little variability because I wasn't getting enough light. Now, last night we went to such a fun movie. If you're like my husband and I, we love going to the movie theater. We love it. My kids are like, you can watch that at home. We love the movie theater experience. And we went to Freakier Friday, and it is funny. I think it's even better than the first Freaky Friday. It's just a fun, light little movie. I ate popcorn. And popcorn is something for me that raises my inflammation. And I know that. I still enjoy popcorn when I go to a movie theater. I can still be healthy and eat that popcorn. This morning, I did notice I was a little stiffer. I was a little of this. I made sure to offset that with a couple of things. I spent more time in the sunshine this morning than I typically do to reduce that inflammation, to strengthen those antioxidants that light and magnesium naturally give us. I actually soaked on my front porch, basking in light, and then I went for a good walk because I knew that that was the most powerful way I could bring that inflammation back down quickly. I didn't beat myself up for eating the popcorn. It's okay. Now, you have to find the right balance for you. We have become a society, many of us, not all, not pointing fingers, of people who are actually stressed to eat food, certain foods. And they think if they eat perfectly, and it comes down to deserving. Do I deserve that, to feel healthy if I don't eat perfectly? And we've got a disconnect happening. So it might be a good option for you to kind of loosen up on your food. Give yourself some grace over the food and the relationship you have. And I used to say the relationship you have with food, but it's not the relationship with food. It's the relationship with yourself. I was projecting that on food. And then I realized this isn't my relationship with food. I don't have a relationship with food. Food is magnifying the relationship with myself. And that was a powerful shift for me. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Does that one change things for you a little bit when you look at that? Boy, it really did for me. Lighten up, maybe try this. Lighten up on food and just focus on light for a while. Give your brain a rest from stressing about food. And for me, and I'm not saying for everyone, because remember, I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, I'm not prescribing, I am not telling you what to do. I'm just sharing what worked for me. It made my journey with food easier to lighten up on that and not be so stressed about it when I focused on light, because light is the ultimate healer. Light is the healer. We've got a question here. Lisa, does one need to be in direct sunlight or is being outdoors enough? Both. Be in the direct sunlight, be outside. My favorite thing in the summertime is being outside barefoot. And I love a good summer sandal with a well-groomed foot. And sometimes my feet look a little trashed, but I'm willing to sacrifice that because I know I was barefoot in the morning. And getting that benefit from just being outdoors is powerful. Now, let me show you my favorite. Oh, I hope they're here. They might be in my car. Oh, they're in my car. I'll pull another pair. My favorite ones are the caddis. Shall I get you tag caddis? And I leave them in my car, so I always have them. But sunglasses. There are times that it's appropriate for me to wear sunglasses. When I'm driving and the sun is hitting me so strongly that I'm not seeing other cars, I want sunglasses on. I do not wear sunglasses when I'm outside gardening or in my flowers or walking because the sunglasses will stop the light from penetrating. And so I wear sunglasses. I have sunglasses. These are not my favorite pair. My caddis, they have a beautiful sunglass. I have two pair. I have a tortoise and a black, and I love them. They are the best. I love those caddis sunglasses. I choose when I wear them though, because I do not want to block the light. But there are times that I wear sunglasses. The more you wear sunglasses, the harder it is for your eyes to handle sunlight. And sometimes there's a little period of having to wean off the sunglasses slowly because you'll be like, oh my gosh, this light is so bright, because your body's lost the ability to filter the light because of your sunglasses. And so there are appropriate times to wear those glasses, but not when I'm collecting sunshine. And August is the month to collect. It's the month to soak in magnesium so that your body is building up those antioxidants so that you have the enzyme to convert serotonin to melatonin, but you need magnesium to start it. And we need more melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone. It is a hormone that sets our other hormones. It protects our brain. Have you noticed all of the brain diseases that are kicking in so much earlier? Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's. Part of those are because of not enough light. Now, I'm not blaming people. I'm not saying, oh, if you have this, you didn't do this, because it's much more complex than that. We're not getting enough light. Light's the master healer. Oh, Sylvia, pressing your saffron between 2 spoons. I love it. I love that. I ordered a smoother mortar and pestle because mine was very porous and it doesn't take a lot of saffron to give your body all the benefits. And it came and it was broken. So I've been using spoons also. You don't have to have a mortar and pestle. And I love that Sylvia took what she had and made it work. I love that. I do want to share some things that are coming up, and then I want to go into another benefit of, of pathways in your body. First week in September, I'm doing something I have never done before. I'm excited. I hope it helps. So here's what I'm doing. I make a lot of things for my home. Now, please know, during the move, I was not making this stuff. I'm feeling more settled in my home and getting back in that rhythm and, just feeling more settled. And so I will be making the liquid soap, my Castile soap from olive oil that I love so much. So on one day, and I haven't plotted out what I'm making on each day, but I will send that out to my newsletter so that you'll know. One on maybe it's Wednesday that I'm making Castile soap in my crock pot. It's so simple. It's so simple. Another day I'll be making bar soap. Another day I'll be making laundry soap. Just my room spray that I use so I don't have to dust as often. I love that one. Anyway, I'll just be making a different thing every day, and they'll be long lives because it's not that the bar soap is hard, but it's a process and to go through. And so you can hop on and join, or the whole time, or just hop in for a little bit. I'll be sharing the formulas that I use, and I would love to have you join me that first week in September. I'll be doing Monday through Friday, so I'll be doing 5 different things, and I will be sharing those formulas with you, if that would be helpful. I just think it's a higher quality than what you can buy. And did you know there's another interesting study that was just done, and it was on supplements and these supplements that have such great marketing and fabulous design, graphic design. And the one the one didn't even have in it what it said it was supposed to have. My gosh, are you serious? And some had like a tenth of what it was supposed to have. So it had a sprinkling of the good things you bought it for your body, but it didn't have what it said it did on the label. I like to be in charge of what my family, my husband and I are using, and what's in it. And when I make Castile soap, I know what's in it because I put it in there. I think more and more larger companies are just getting called out. I know it is my pet peeve with magnesium. We've got people selling magnesium that they've taken reconstituted flakes, sprinkled it in water, and said, oh, here, this magnesium's amazing. No, that is so processed and watered down. It's giving you 100 of the benefits of magnesium. Let's go with the real deal. Let's go with the real deal. straight from the mine. It's pumped from the mine into the container that comes to me, and my daughter Megan fills it. The real deal. And I think more and more consumers are saying, hey, we are fed up. We are fed up with this nonsense. We want what you say we're buying. We want transparency. I am also focused on the website on adding some things to increase our transparency to let you know what we do. I've not been good. Like, I do it behind the scenes, and then I get focused on other things and forget to put that on the website that we do that. So I'll be adding, this is the process that we do to ensure that this is what I'm saying it is. In the beginning, it was friends and neighbors and they trusted me. But now I don't even know the people who are buying magnesium. And I want them to understand and increase the trust factor and show you what I do behind the scenes. But I want to know. And making bar soap, more than liquid soap, but bar soap is science and creativity combined. And I love it. And I am going to share with you the formula for the best-selling soap I carried. I don't carry it anymore. We needed the space for magnesium. That is my sole purpose, is helping end magnesium deficiency in women by 2030. I used to say a different date, and I thought, why am I waiting that long? We have social media and we can light it on fire with your help. I need your help. I'm asking for your help. We can light it on fire so that women understand soaking and the importance of soaking in a magnesium that is not processed and sprinkled in water from flakes. It's not a cup of flakes that are not giving you the full benefit. Yes, they give you benefit, but don't you want the full benefit for your health? There's so much out there to combat when it comes to creating health. Let's make sure we're getting the real deal. And so that will be happening the first week in September. Let me know your thoughts on that. Is that something that you'd enjoy? Anyway, it was just an idea I had. I'm going to try it, but I'd love to know your thoughts and share your feedback. And maybe if you've got a formula that you just love, share that with me and I can share it with other people and we can create this space where we're supporting each other. Yes, it will, Kristen. It is not endless supply. It's not an endless supply. So yes, it will. Will it be in my lifetime? No, not even close. But eventually it will. Just like boron. One of the things that I did this morning to help bring my inflammation down from the popcorn I ate last night, I took some boron, an ionic boron solution. Well, every screen that's in front of me right now uses boron in the glass. And boron is not an endless supply. We need boron. Boron regulates inflammation in your body. Now, I boosted mine a little bit more than just the foods that I eat with boron. I boosted mine with an ionic boron solution this morning, and immediately, boom, it came down. Now, you remember, you need to be careful. Healthy women filter information through what their body needs, because if you have polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS, boron is not a good fit for you because you're converting testosterone too quickly, and boron will latch onto that and convert it faster. You don't want that with PCOS. And so you've got to make sure that the things that you and I talk about, that you filter them, and any information that you see online. Another one, there was a conversation on one of my lives that I've done, and I was talking about iodine and the benefits. Well, if someone has Hashimoto's, iodine is not beneficial. If you have nodules, iodine is not beneficial. And so you always have to, and in a 30-second clip, I can't cover all that. My goal is to catch people's attention, but in a 30-second clip, there's no way I can get all of that in. Now I, put it in writing and I do lives and try to really educate, but iodine is not for everyone, because if you're at a certain place with Hashimoto's, PCOS, nodules, with boron, iodine, it can cause problems. Healthy women filter information. And it's so important that you and I remember that while we're learning things. Because if we don't, we're a part of the club of educated sick people. And I don't want to be a part of that club. I love learning. I love the education process, but we must filter it through our own needs and where our body's at. Okay, so we talked a lot about melatonin, and it is such an incredible antioxidant specifically for your brain. Think of oxidation rust on a car. That oxidation pings around in your body, and everywhere it hits, it just causes a little disturbance. My son, I was talking one day, and he goes, "Oh yeah, the force field." He's a Star Wars guy, and he goes, "Oh yeah, disturbance in the force field, Mom." And that's what it does. Everywhere it touches, it messes it up. And melatonin helps to calm that in your brain, in your body. You have to have enough melatonin. You have to have enough magnesium so that your body can convert serotonin to melatonin. The other thing that soaking in magnesium does is it improves the melatonin's communication level. It helps boost that in your body. So the melatonin is more effective in your body when your interstitial spaces are filled with magnesium. And you can't do that with isolated, heated magnesium in a pill. You can't fill that interstitial space with magnesium, but you can when you soak in the right magnesium that's not diluted, not processed from flakes, comes from the cleanest source. Right here, this kind of magnesium has been shown, have to be careful there, has been shown to improve the communication of melatonin. It's where you start. Light, magnesium, movement. The magnesium morning trifecta, that's where you start. Now, does food play a role? Absolutely it does. Every day I make sure I have some kind of bean. Every day I make sure I have broccoli. Every day I make sure I have Brazil nuts. There are things that I eat every day because of the health benefit. Avocado's another one. My goal is a whole avocado every single day because of all the benefits of that food. I'm not saying that food does not play a role. It's not the most important. And so far, over 25 years, every woman that I've talked to, her focus is food. Absolute food. And I've got to do this. I've never started with a client and had them come in saying, "Oh, I'm collecting light. I'm focused on light." Never. They're focused on food. And food plays a role. Food plays a role, but start with light. Christina on Instagram says, "I definitely need more. I use the spray every night." Okay, let's talk about this. Hold on. It's the same product. What's in here is in here. This is fast. Spray it on. It's easy. But spraying magnesium on your body does not move your levels like soaking. Now, if you have a spray, it has 4 soaks in it. You can use a quarter cup 4 times for adults, or an eighth of a cup, you could get 8 soaks for kids. You will not receive the same amount of magnesium spraying that you do soaking. Now, do I still use this? Absolutely. I have it at my desk. I have it in my car. I have it in a go bag. I use it, but it does not replace soaking. And I think that's a main confusion point for people. Oh, I spray and it helps me sleep better, Kristen. That's fantastic. But it's the spray is not moving the interstitial space and moving magnesium levels in that interstitial space like the spray is. Okay. Oh, thank you, Shelly. Shelly's gonna post another. I use a streaming platform so that I'm on right now. I'm on face. Well, if I say I'm anyway, Facebook, Insta, and YouTube. But Insta doesn't show the comments like YouTube and Facebook, and so Shelly's behind the scenes posting those comments from Instagram, and I'm so grateful for that. So grateful for that support, Shelly. Thank you. Let me grab a little bit of water. Now, it's no problem. And I do not mean to, I do not have the intention of shaming someone when they're spraying. I want you to understand though, it's not the same as soaking. It's just not the same. Spraying magnesium is not the same as soaking. When you get the interstitial spaces full of magnesium, that's when your melatonin starts to communicate more effectively. You get spot treatment. Think of this like a tight shoulder, a cramp in your leg. Think of that. But it's not the same as soaking. Soaking is where you're starting the enzyme processes for better health in your body. It's just 2 different applications with the exact same thing. Most companies water this down. In fact, all the testing that I've done, I've never found a company that in their spray bottle, they weren't watering it down, because consumers don't like you'll get a white residue on your feet with the pure magnesium chloride. Consumers don't like that, in my opinion, and profit margin too. Like if I put in a little bit of magnesium and a lot of water, my profit margin goes through the roof. I would rather educate you on how to use the spray, what will happen with the spray, and give you better quality, higher quality magnesium in the spray than just be lazy, add water so I don't get people emailing in. Because we get a lot of emails like, oh, that spray, it left white stuff. And I would much rather educate you than decrease the amount of magnesium in my spray. I just think that's a better way to go. Shelly, I am not seeing about the electricity. I'm not seeing where that is. Can you help me? Maybe if I go back to regular comments. Oh, Kathy on Facebook. This is a great question. Can I add my acerola cherry powder to my morning protein shake? Absolutely, you can. Absolutely. Shelly calls those one and dones, where you mix things together so that it's stacking of functions. So you're making it easy. And some things you shouldn't mix, but absolutely adding that in to your morning protein is a great way to do that. Oh, Elizabeth. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh my goodness. Because sometimes I have ideas that absolutely flop, that I think, oh, that was a great idea. So Elizabeth, I am so glad you're in for September. She named them Maker Days. Absolutely, you can catch a replay. Let me share with you how the replays work. The the blue social media, if you say the different social medias, the different sites will hold you down in the algorithm, so less people see it. So I'll tell you the colors without saying the names. The blue social media site that's been around for a very, very long time, they delete videos after 30 days. The red social media site that has the little triangle on its side in the corner, starts with a Y and has a T in the middle. If you can't find the recording, it stores there forever. Now, sometimes I'll archive my videos. Well, not sometimes. A lot of times I will archive my videos. Maybe there was a piece of information that isn't current to what's happening now, because creating health and currency go hand in hand. So sometimes I will archive. But let's say on the maker days during that first week in September, you weren't able to watch them all. You can go catch them on YouTube. Oh, I just said it. I was being so good. I was being so good. Anyway, the red social media site stores it forever. The blue one deletes after 30 days. Yeah. But please realize there are times that I archive things. And so my daughter says this all the time: if you want it, get on it. So make sure if you're wanting to watch that you watch that in a timely manner, because there are things that for specific reasons, different reasons, I will archive. So I'm so glad. Oh, Kathy, I'm so happy you got on the live. That's great. I love that. Can you get a list of ingredients before? Mary, let me talk with team and see if we can pull that off. Let me talk with team and see if we can pull that off. I'll look into that. How about that? I can't commit, but I'll look into that. Okay, let me go back. Oh, okay. Making this comment. Okay. I'm just not sure on that one. Okay, thanks, Shelley. I'm not sure on that one. Okay, so let's go back here to comments. Let me go over my notes. So magnesium. Oh, let's do this one. I made a little. In fact, I'm going to ask Shelley to help me create a social media graphic. So synergy. Shelley and I create synergy. We have very different ways of looking at things. We have very different skill sets, but we create synergy together, and we're respectful. Like sometimes I worry, Shelley's brain works so fast, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I've slowed her down all day long. And so we have very different skill sets, but we come together and create synergy. Look for where you're creating synergy. Healthy women create. Healthy women create. Shelley and I create that together. So I'm going to ask Shelley to put this in a social media graphic. So there's synergy between magnesium and melatonin. And here's how it goes. Magnesium's role with melatonin is it's a cofactor in melatonin. So you need magnesium to produce more melatonin. The melatonin, when it has magnesium, higher quality and more melatonin is created. So see how there's synergy there? The next synergy point, as I was journaling this morning, was magnesium's role with melatonin is it calms the nervous system. Well, melatonin's effect, it's a better environment for the release of melatonin. So if you're in fight or flight, you're not releasing your melatonin. Magnesium can help bring that down so you can release that melatonin. Magnesium's role with melatonin is it enhances sensitivity in the receptor. Melatonin's role is a stronger circadian signal. And so that's how they work together there. Magnesium's role with melatonin is antioxidant support, and melatonin, it protects the pathways. And so that's how melatonin and magnesium come together there. Magnesium's role is deep sleep support. And when you have quality sleep, melatonin works more effectively. So there's synergy between magnesium and melatonin that happen throughout the day with your body. And we'll focus on getting a visual up of that. And, let's just do one simple thing. I think I can. Let me pull. I've got to wait. All these screens I've got in front of me, it's for a reason. And I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to, oh, no, I'm going to go the other way. There. Oh, yeah, you can see my stuff in the corner. Okay, so let's, and I just stepped on a pair of glasses that dropped. Not cool. I hope I didn't break them. Okay, so I'm going to stand back here. And one of the things that I do when I wake up in the morning is I just start bouncing. I just bounce. And I move and I bounce for 2 minutes. Why do I do that? Helps balance and regulate my nervous system so that magnesium and melatonin can create synergy in my body. I do that before I walk outside, and I collect more light by setting my nervous system up to be regulated. Health does not happen in a dysregulated nervous system. I have to look down and see if I broke these glasses. I will be so sad. They're my caddis. Oh gosh, they're my caddis. Oh, I think they're still good. Oh, see, okay. I opted for the purple glasses. These are not caddis. These are just a super inexpensive pair I bought. The caddis blue light is so much better at protecting from the blue light. So these are cute and do a little bit, but nothing works. I've found nothing that works like a caddis glass. Buy it once, buy it right. They are a little bit more expensive. You can use your HSA or what's the other one? FSA, your health savings pre-tax money to buy caddis. And that's how I got mine. And then also, I think this pair, because I never would have bought red glasses ever. I love them, but I never would have bought red. They were so gracious. I've talked about them ever since I started wearing them. And they reached out and just said, thank you for all of the times that you've talked about caddis glasses. And they gave me so many different pairs. Like I have this pair right here. Those are fun. I have these blue ones. Now we're going into, those are caddis. Oh, these are caddis. I don't wear this pair often. I don't know why. I should wear that pair more often. Anyway, I love caddis glasses. I want to protect my body from junk light. Now, part of that is creating habits of not reaching for my phone first thing in the morning. I started because it was happening quite consistently. And so I started, let me fix this. See if I go here and here, there. I started charging my phone in another room because if it was in my room, I just grabbed it. And then I'd realize, oh, I'm on my phone. And when you start your day with junk light, you miss out on the opportunity of the morning and the benefits. And so you've decreased that. And that means during the day, you're trying to overcome that one simple choice in the morning. So I have a alarm clock. It's one that actually wakes me up with light. I think it's called Hatch. I love it. And I wake up with that. instead of using my alarm. Usually I wake up before it, but in the back of my head, like if I have a client I need to see, like I'm seeing a client from Singapore, and I want to make sure that the time is right. And, working internationally with clients, sometimes it's different timing. And so I want to make sure I'm up. So I always have that light alarm just as a second layer in case my body doesn't wake up. Typically, most of the time, I'm waking up on my own. Oh, thank you for throwing that up, Shelley. Let's see, what were we talking? What were we? Oh, it's the patterns. That's what we were talking about. Patterns. And making sure that our patterns are in place for optimal health. If you have a pattern of picking up your phone in the morning, you have to disrupt your pattern. And being healthy is directly related to your body's ability to feel uncomfortable. And it was uncomfortable to do that because I had created that habit. Now, maybe you never have. That's awesome. I created that habit. I'm an entrepreneur, checking those emails. I don't want to miss anything. And I had to break the habit. I had to feel a little uncomfortable to create a better habit. Your ability to feel uncomfortable is directly related to your healing journey, the length and speed at which it happens. And so I charge my phone and my iPad and there are numerous things I charge. I charge them on my desk. I have a little system set up on my desk versus charging my phone in my bedroom. And that made the hugest difference because I wake up, I do my bounce that I showed you, and then I head right outside. Like, I seldom deviate from that. Sometimes it happens, but I seldom deviate from that morning routine of bouncing and going outside, even if it's 3 minutes. It doesn't have to be a full hour, even 3 minutes, 2 minutes, sticking your face outside. Maybe you don't even get your whole body, it's your eyes. That's what we're focused on, collecting sunshine with our eyes. Maybe you just stick your face outside the door. A window filters it. So you've got to be outside, stick your face out there and see that beautiful light in the morning. And that helps set your circadian rhythm. A strong circadian rhythm has loads of melatonin and loads of magnesium for the basis of building your foundation. Check out the Magnesium Morning Trifecta. Hang out with me in September. That first week in September, I'll be making liquid soap, bar soap, a spray that I use so I don't have to dust as often. And what was the other things? Laundry detergent. There's a couple other things. And the simple things, I'll do a couple in one day of the simple things. But like the liquid soap, that's all I'll do that day. We'll just focus on the liquid soap. So I'd love to have you be a part. Love to have you join. That September, I do these lives. I do on Mondays and Wednesdays at 9 Mountain Time. And then only for those who join the Good Life Journal, I do a masterclass, a magnesium masterclass, the first Monday of a month, unless there's a holiday. And I do that at 10 o'clock. And that's when you're on Zoom, so I can see you. And it's just, we go a little bit deeper and we get into more benefits and finding out, okay, where are you at and what's your next action piece? And I'd love to have you join me on that. You do have to join the Good Life Journal. That's the only place that link goes out. And I have to tell you, I've set a very strong boundary, and some people it makes them angry, and that's okay. I'm okay with that because the boundary is set in place for a specific reason. You must be on camera. That protects me, protects the participants. I've had people show up that shouldn't have been there in the way that they showed up. And putting a face to the people who show up is important. And so you do have to have webcam access, whether that's on your phone, on a laptop, but you do have to show up. So I'd love to have you be a part of that, though. So thank you for joining me today. Post below, what was your powerful takeaway? What was that piece that you put together that clicked in your brain? I would love to know your golden nugget of information that you learned today in the hour. Oh, Shelley, I went an hour. Huh? In the hour that we spent together, or maybe just the few minutes that you hopped on and hopped off. I would love to know your takeaway. Thank you for sharing that with me, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye. Let's see. Oh, Lisa, I am seeing clients. Shelley, can you sorry, I went to grab water and didn't get it turned off and then saw Lisa's comment. Shelley, could you post where people can find out about my one-on-one appointments? If you, oh, there, Shelley posted it. There it is. It's on the Work with Kristen, and you can just see how that works, how that's set up. And I'd love to work with you. I would love that. I'm not a doctor. I don't diagnose. I don't prescribe. It's inviting me to be on your board of directors. I'm the CEO of a company. I do not do it by myself. Oh my gosh. Just like you shouldn't be doing health by yourself. You're the CEO of your body and your health, and you bring people on that can support you. And I would love to be on your board of directors when it comes to creating. Oh, Lisa, sometimes when I do stuff online, I'll be like, why did I do that? Why did I get online and bounce? So thanks for telling me that it helped, because it's kind of dorky, getting people. I always think about people that just kind of scroll by. They see this woman on there bouncing. Oh, Lisa, that's so kind of you. That is so incredibly kind of you. Thank you. I'm excited. I just opened up a bunch of spots. Several of them, we just announced it yesterday. Several of them have already filled up, but I would love to have you meet with you, connect with you. There's an intake form that must be filled out. I won't meet with people if they haven't taken the time to fill out that form, because it just gives me a starting point, so we're not wasting time, that we can just boom, jump right in and connect. Are you saying that, oh, this is a question that I didn't pick up that Shelley's helping me. So Steph says, are you saying the light waves are only harming us through our eyes and the glasses protect us from all of it? Interesting that light can be harmful and helpful too. Like, think of, Lisa, Steph, this is such a good concept, because think of your gift. Think of your greatest gift that just comes to you naturally as a person. It's also your greatest weakness. There's always a weakness that comes with the gifts that you have. And the same with light. Yes, light can be so detrimental. Artificial, man-made junk light can be absolutely detrimental. Think of night lights, junk light. And so there are night lights. In fact, it's one of the things I'm researching right now. So I don't have a source for you, but there are night lights that are better than others, because sometimes it's medically necessary that you've got light in the room for that person. But there are some that are better than others and don't give you, LED lights give you more junk light than incandescent. Oh, I can say linoleum. This word is a tough one for me. Incandescent light bulbs. LEDs have much more junk than an incandescent bulb does. So But our skin uptakes. Our skin has light receptors also. The main point of entry for light is through the eyes. Now, I can't even remember how long ago, I shared that I had a surgery that happened because I was cocky and arrogant and making soap, thinking I know how to make soap, and didn't put protective eyewear. This happened like 20 years ago. And I got raw soap, and it has lye, which is caustic, and it actually, that spot developed cancer. And so I had to have surgery. We'd worked with it for years. And finally it was like, Kristen, you've got to have surgery to get rid of this. That was my last option. And I was very grateful. The surgeon, and he worked with me and the supplements I was taking, and he was just excellent. And he got all of it. And it was sent back to the University of Utah, and it is gone. But that, that in my eye, and having to cover that eye and protect it from light, I started getting headaches. It was wild, the difference that happened when I had to protect that eye, because I had chosen to have it invaded because of surgery to protect it in the long term. And it was just crazy to me, the headaches that happened and all of the side issues from literally for 2 weeks, no light in that eye and just completely covering it up while it healed. And you can still see it if you look into my eye. And people a lot of times would comment like, why is that eye so red? And it was from where the lye damaged my eye. And excuse me. And now it's still a little bit red, but it's so much better than what it was. And my eye is now protected again and stronger because I opted to have that surgery done. So it definitely, our skin has light receptors also, but it's that pineal gland is collecting light through your eyes. The glasses do not protect you from all of it. No, they do not. They do not protect you from all of it, but they do. In my opinion, there are studies that say different, but in my opinion, my experiment, me being online with no glasses, like even these, okay, like purple. I love purple. Well, it's my favorite color. Got a purple shirt on and purple glasses. These are cute. I like these glasses. You may not like these glasses, and that's okay. That's okay. We can have a difference of opinion on my glasses. I like them. These are nothing. I put these on today because they're blue light and they were purple. I thought, oh, that's kind of fun, tone on tone. But they're nothing like my caddis. Like the difference. Game changing to have on a quality eye protection. But even with that, it does not protect you from everything. So let's say in the morning, I woke up, put my caddis on, and then grabbed my phone. It's a better option than grabbing it without. But the best option is to start your day with sunshine before exposing yourself to that level of blue light. It's, that's the best option. Sometimes you might need to get on your phone, throw your caddis, throw your glasses on, and give your body that layer of protection. But there are no glasses that protect from everything. Now, the True Dark really filter out the junk light, but it's also hard to see other colors, and I can't do dishes with my True Dark on because I missed that the dish was there. I can't see it because of the color of the dish. So I have to really be in that wind down time for my True Dark. Anyway, so I think that got everything. Let me check. Oh, Instagram's gone because I was on for so long. Yes, so our skin has receptors. Okay. I think I got all of that. Wait, go back to comments. Okay, yeah, there, we got all of them. Not that I can always get every comment, but I like to when I can. So I'll see you Monday. Bye. For real this time. Like, I'm ending the stream right now.